Good morning, Pastor Richard here, enjoying the sauna that is South Texas right now. I hope that you're having a blessed day. I just wanted to hop on for a moment and share a brief word with you that I hope will encourage you today, because the Lord's really been challenging me with some stuff this morning, and it revolves around seeking, and especially seeking Him. I wonder if you've ever picked up and looked through one of these Where's Waldo books. My kids can spend hours looking for that little guy on every page, and every once in a while I'll hear them in the other room shout out, "Dad, I can't find Waldo, come help me find him." I'm the worst at that. But I'll go in there and I'll begin looking for Waldo on that page, and I swear sometimes that the publishers leave that guy out of certain pages. But eventually, after looking, sometimes what feels like hours, we find him, and there he was the whole time, hidden in plain sight. I think that's how God is with us sometimes. He says, "You'll seek me and find me when you seek me with all of your heart." And there he is, so often hidden in plain sight, but it requires us to seek him. Maybe think of another time that my kids were playing hide and seek with me. When they were younger, they used to love playing hide and seek, and they always wanted me to hide. And it became a game where I would go and hide, and they would come looking for me. And when they got close, I would jump out and scare them and chase them. And they were having a great time. And so for a while, we were playing hide and seek in the house, and I kept hiding, and they kept finding me. And I thought, this time I'm going to hide really well. And so I found a great hiding spot, and I could hear them moving around the house looking for me, but they couldn't find me. After a while, I realized I couldn't hear their voice anymore. I couldn't hear their feet moving around the house anymore. And so after waiting for what seemed like an eternity, I finally came out, and I found them in the living room playing another game. They had completely forgotten about me. They weren't looking for me anymore. They weren't seeking me. And I wonder how often we find ourselves in this relationship with God where we are playing some other game. We've stopped looking for him. We've stopped seeking him. And if we don't seek him, we won't find him. But I believe he's always there, hidden in plain sight. In fact, Jesus tells us in Matthew 25 that we will encounter him in the least of these. Even if we can't see him, he's there. It reminds me of the prayer I shared on Sunday as I led and worked in a city union mission, a homeless shelter in our time in Kansas City. We would always have groups that would come in and help us serve the meal. And often I would ask someone from the group before we opened the doors to start serving if they would want to pray. And I'll never forget that moment when that little missionary Baptist church came to serve, and I asked if someone would like to pray. That elderly African-American lady stepped forward and said, "I'll pray." Her prayer was so simple and profound, and it went something like this: "Lord, we know you're going to be coming through the line today, so help us treat you well." And it really hit me. Do I encounter the Lord in those that I serve? Do I see him in the people that I meet? Do I encounter him in those that I rub shoulders with every day? And God's just been challenging me. Are you still seeking me? Because you'll seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. So I just want to challenge you today. Are you seeking him? I believe he's always there, maybe hidden in plain sight, hidden in the least of these, hidden in the people that you'll encounter today. And so I want to challenge you to pray that prayer with me all week long. Lord, we know we're going to encounter you today. We know you're coming through the line. We know we're going to see you at the store or at school. So help us to treat you well, even when you're hidden in plain sight. I hope you have a blessed day, and get ready, Cornerstone, because God's on the move. God bless.